Once upon a time there was a man, and this man was the boss of a factory that made nails. One day as he was walking to his factory, the boss was looking particularly happy.
Aren't I clever? I can sell my nails for $3 less than anyone else.
As the boss walked to work, he noticed a worker who was begging on the street.
Alms, sir. Alms for a poor soul.
Get a job, you lout!
The boss said angrily at him.
I have a job, sir, but it won't pay for food and burn ointment.
Well, don't get burned and you won't need medicine,
the boss said sarcastically.
I make nails all day without gloves,
the worker said.
And just like all the other workers, my hands get burned from the hot metal.
Well then, you should tell your boss to give you gloves so you won't have to beg.
The worker walked away angrily. The boss continued towards his factory, but was surprised to see that all of his workers were standing outside the factory gates, staring at him. In the very front of the crowd was the worker he had just ran into.
Why aren't you louts working?
The boss said angrily.
We're asking our boss for enough pay to live off, and gloves to save our hands. Please help us, sir,
the worker asked.
But those things cost money. If I did that, I would have to charge the same as my rivals. Profits would crash. I would be bankrupt.
Please, sir,
the worker begged.
We don't like being hungry or burnt.
No, the boss said. Get back to work.
The workers loomed over him, and after a civil compromise, they dragged him into the factory.
Let me show you something,
the worker said to him. They put the boss to work immediately, and the boss, very quickly, burned his hands in the hot metal.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Doesn't the work hurt without gloves? The worker said to him. During lunch, they placed a tiny loaf of bread in the boss's hand.
This is it?
That's all we can afford with our pay, the worker said. The boss worked in his own factory throughout the day. By the end of the day, he was kneeling on the ground, clutching his burnt hands and sobbing.
This sucks,
the boss sobbed.
I wish the boss would do something to help.
Wait a minute. After remembering that he was the boss went out once the factory was closed and bought gloves for all the workers. He brought the gloves in the very next day.
Hello everyone, I got us some supplies.
The workers were very happy to see the gloves. But he had another surprise.
Also, I'm doubling our pay.
Yay! The worker said, excited. A week later, the boss was looking at a weekly business report.
How could this be?
Profits and productivity are up 30%.
We work faster when we're not burnt, and make better nails when we're well fed,
the worker said.
In that case, I think we all deserve a raise.